What's up, Warsheep Warriors, and welcome back to another episode of the Warsheep Podcast. Where today we're gonna dive into a video that really, just speaks for itself. It really goes to show you what other cultures or other countries may think of the family structure here in the U.S. And as I always like to say, we're gonna shed a little bit of light on some of these things because light creates understanding. Understanding creates love. Love creates patience, and patience creates unity. So without further ado, let's get into this thing.
Is the sheep preaching hate when he says, I'm not going to let the wolf eat me anymore? If the wolf comes in here, next time he comes in here, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him off my back. Is the sheep violent or is the wolf violent? He wasn't teaching hate, he was teaching common sense. You know, somebody's knocking you over the head, stop them. Do whatever you have to do to stop them. You know, the ones that were knocking him over the head were afraid of the fact that he might swing back. So they said, no, he's teaching hate. He's violent.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video now, baby. Listen, this clip has gone viral. This German woman says that black women are no competition, baby. She says it's easy because there is no family unit. You know, this got the hyenas upset because how dare another woman outside of the race come in and try to tell us about us. This is how women are feeling, but people got eyes, they see it and they realize what it is, and because they speak on it, a lot of these women are upset and mad, big mad. So let's get into what has triggered these women, baby, in the comments and all over social media. Let's go ahead and get into the clip. Here we go.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit.
Now, let me pause this because I gotta say, there are a lot of black women who don't like this. They're rolling their eyes, they're mad. But you gotta be mad at yourself, sis. Seriously. I've even seen men who are saying, why are black women condoning this? I'm like, see, no accountability. You can't just continue with this narrative that black men ain't ish and they all this and bottom of the barrel. You will not make a plate for him. You can make your own plate. I'm not doing ish for you. I'm not doing nothing. All of them the same. They're all bad. And then when other races of women come out and say, hey, I knew there was no competition because I know that y'all are not going to offer what I was raised and taught to offer. Why get mad? Why is everything a red flag for black women? Why can't black women be questioned? Why can't black women see their own faults? Why?
Now she's making some solid points, y'all. Yeah, why can't you see your own faults? Why can't you see yourself? Self-reflection is almost non-existent. It comes to the time when I told you guys about a woman who I was speaking to, and at the end of the day, let's say that the interest just wasn't there, even though that she was flirtatious, even though she was showing signs of choosing signals, things like that, even though she offered her number to me, even then through conversation, it still came to a point where she felt like she was not interested. But the way that she carried the conversation, it was very rude. She wasn't polite. She wasn't courteous during the conversation. So I just flat out asked her, are you normally this rude? That's it. Nothing disrespectful, nothing, anything. And she's like, what's going on? And what are you talking about? I'm like, and presumptuous, because she assumed and presumed that I was feeling some kind of way about it, and that I was checking for her on a certain level that I wasn't, or that I, was going out of my way to do certain things on her behalf. And I'm just like, nah, I'm not that pressed, sweetie. Like, I'm just not that pressed, baby. Like, you got to understand something. Like, it ain't that serious, yo. You know what I'm saying? So she was very presumptuous and rude. Like, that's how y'all come off, man. And are y'all gonna correct this? You feel me? Or are you not? You gonna hear what people got to say about it, or are you gonna just ignore it? You know what I'm saying? Because you can do this all day long. Let's go ahead and get back into this video, man, before I get into this major tangent. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't you see the wrong that you have created and try to do right? It doesn't mean that every black man is right, but you also got to accept accountability for your actions as well, and how you were raised, the quite opposite of these other races of women. They were raised to cater to a man. They were raised to understand what men want or be concerned about a man and love. They're raised differently. It doesn't make them perfect, but it just shows the difference in how they were raised to cater to a man. We were raised to be independent women who don't need a man. And if you continue with that narrative that you don't need a man, you're independent, you take care of yourself, what do I need a man for? And the men decide to go elsewhere to women who actually appreciate them. Why get mad? You shouldn't be mad. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't be mad, and you got to be accountable for what people are what a lot of these, not all women, it's not all black women, but the ones who are putting this out here. We don't need no man. And you average men, I can't deal with an average man because I need a man making 6 figures. So you don't want the average man, but you get mad when a woman like this comes out and say, this is an average man and I'm going to treat him right. That makes them so mad because you hate to accept the fact that other women are willing to take these same men that you call dusties and build a relationship with them. It's mind-boggling. Baby, let's continue.
He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. You know, like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially Black American family, has barely a family unit. You know, there is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to.
Let's keep it real, y'all. Melanated community, Black Americans. Let's keep it above. Keep it above. This is a German woman who's observing the culture with here in the U.S. And she's not only singling out Black Americans or Black people, right? Melanated people. She's talking about all groups of people here in the U.S. and the way they behave. That's the reason why I covered this already. The reason why I covered this already is for the simple fact that, listen, yes, there is a major problem. There is a major issue that needs to be addressed when it comes to respecting family, honoring family, and cherishing what you got when it comes to family. It is very pivotal. It's very important. She's not lying. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. She is not lying. We do not get together like we used to. Where's the family picnics? Where's the family reunions? Where's the family gatherings and outings? Where's the making dinner and having dinner at night with the TV off? No electronics at the table. Conversations to build self-esteem. Conversations to understand what we're all suffering and going through. Conversations to see who we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Conversations where we got to bring our woman, our man who we're dating or courting to the dining room table to meet the family. It's been a while, y'all. I haven't heard a bunch that this is what still is going on within the communities. That the family is heavily involved into a woman's courtship and who she's choosing to date in this community. So we can't get mad at this German woman for actually stepping up and saying something that she's observing from her point of view and what she's been raised to do. Only thing we can do is accept and receive it and do better. Let's get back into it.
With my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young. It doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life. you don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown, because unfortunately a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Ooh, child, baby. She said a lot. I know these women are pissed. This goes back to, if you don't want to listen to what black men are saying, if you don't want to accept the fact that every black man out here is not horrible, you're attracting a certain type. If you don't want to accept the fact that other married women who are saying, listen, sis, look, tweak some things. None of us are perfect, but tweak some things. This might change your outcome. There are good men out here, but you got to be open and willing to meet them halfway. It's not all about you, sis. You can't be this independent boss chick and have this mindset and thinking that a man wants that. A man want a peaceful relationship. He don't want a woman who's aggressive and manly and independent and don't need him. He don't want that. Why is it so hard for our women to understand that? To now you have German women and other women coming out the woodworks telling you about you, and now you don't like it. You don't want to accept it from the women and the men in your community. You don't want to accept it from other black men. You don't want to accept it from other black women who are trying to get y'all to understand what a relationship is based on. And when you're sitting around here 30 and 40 years old and you don't have it because you're stuck in your ways and you don't want to listen to anything, now people from other races are telling you, oh, you're pissed off. You're mad. You don't want to, you can't stand it. How dare she? But they have eyes, they see too. And this is the mindset that a lot of black women take. Just because she accepts the bare minimum don't mean I need to. You got to understand that what is the bare minimum? Because a lot of these women aren't even offering the bare minimum to a man.
Let's keep it real. Anything that a man is willing to do for you, to help you, to provide anything for you, even at the most earliest stages of your relationship, you should always be grateful. You should always treat him with respect and honor, that he would even go out of his way, especially if there's things that obligations that need to be fulfilled and met, that he wishes to provide an opportunity for those things to be met. No matter what type of income he's bringing in, he could always have an opportunity to earn more. But even if he's not interested in earning more, he's just interested in being with you. You should always support your man no matter what. And ladies, let's keep it real with each other. Like, honestly, this is what the community needs, is more women stepping up and telling you about you. But they've been training you and encouraging you to take the position that you've been taking all these years of I don't need a man type of attitude, of I can do bad all by myself type of attitude. They've been coaching you and training you on this for years now, through benefits, welfare, through all these other benefits and things like that. To keep the man out of the home, the black man out of the home, is to do what? Is to be able to destroy the family structure within the community, because families is what got us to where we were, even after slavery, right? Even after slavery. We can go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we have doctors, we have attorneys, we have all these successful individuals within that community of people because of family structures. And we were doing better than all cultures of people within the U.S. during that time, before they bombed and did what they did to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and murdered so many people who were some of the greatest, or some of our cream of the crop people. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand, when the world is on the outside looking into a situation and they're saying it is shit, and you telling them, hey, don't call us out on our shit because you don't know. Come on now. You want to sit in your piss and shit. But you know what you're going to do? We're going to let you continue on in your nonsense, all right? Y'all go ahead, go get you whatever means you need to satisfy yourself, you know, because you're going to jackhammer that goddamn thing so long that you ain't going to even be able to feel anything. You won't even, you'll be numb. You won't even be able to enjoy pleasure. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to be looking for so many different objects and opportunities for this, that, and the third. You're going to be in all of these little sex shops looking for toy, doing this and doing that. things that we won't name and mention right now. Jackhammering that thing until it's numb. Beating that thing till it's numb. Jackhammering. You don't even feel nothing no more. A man can't even please you no more. That's why I say women are never happy. They're never happy. You can't make a woman happy. To aim to make a woman happy is failure. Totally. Utterly. Right? Complete failure. Because if they were ever content and happy with themselves, let alone you as a man, you know, it don't take money to make them content. It just takes their mindset to be transformed, right? Emotional maturity. So that's the biggest thing we gotta take from this, right? And observe, like, look, it's time to learn and grow from this. We shed a little bit of light. Light creates understanding. Understanding creates love. Love creates patience. And patience creates unity. You already know. We'll come at you the next video. We'll see you next time, all right? This is War Sheep, and we're out, man. Let's get it.